Well, hello there, amazing people. I've been asked to react to this video. The Valve Steam Deck is destroying PC gaming in the best way. My first 24 hours and impression. So, first of all, the honeymoon phase is in. 28 hours. Oh, 28 hours. 48 hours. In my humble opinion, you can't make a conclusion like that in 2 days. You just can't. It's impossible. I feel a little bit clickbaity here. I feel a little bit like honeymoon phase goes in. I will say one thing. If that's his gym he has in the back end, I'm massively fucking jealous, even though he's on a green screen, of course. But if this is a picture of his gym, I want it, I need it, I will marry a turtle to get it. I don't feel that you can draw this conclusion within 48 hours. It's just impossible. You were in the honeymoon phase, you were excited, you know, you have a nerd bone on, you were about to go and fucking jerk off a Tox penguin somewhere. But let's see what this dude is about to say. He looks like he just killed a turtle.
Here it is. There it is. You know, this video is going to be different and it's going to be weird, so I hope you're ready for this one. This is definitely not a review. This is my impressions of having this device for the first 48 hours. And
then why can you say that it's destroying PC gaming? Like, my autistic, I need to change my my chair a little bit. My autistic brain just can't handle this shit. Oh, it's not a review, it's just impressions. But if you're saying that it's destroying PC gaming, you're making a really bold, a really grand opinion here. Like, you're really saying something big here. If it's just your first impressions, you can't draw that conclusion. You can say it has the possibility, or you could feel it could be it. But when I'm reading this up here, I'm like, he has made up his mind. It is destroying PC gaming, and he made that within 48 hours.
What I've done with the Steam Deck and what I'm going to talk about today is really going to fly in the face of what a lot of reviewers have tried to do with this device. And I'm just going to, say a bit of a hot take real quick that I would say 85 to 90% of all the reviews about the Steam Deck are just wrong. I know that's probably not the case. There's probably somebody out there that actually got it right, but everything that I've seen has been just in the wrong direction, and reviewers don't truly understand this device.
I don't like that. I don't like that mentality. You don't understand it, I do. Here in Denmark, we kind of go a little bit about our approach to life is a little bit like the collective is smarter than the individual. I know we're talking about media, and media can be highly skewed and all that fucking shit, especially when we're talking politics and stuff like that. But when we're talking tech in general, the media tends to not be that fucking politically driven and bias driven and stuff like that. And if 90% of people say one thing is one thing, and only 10% is saying it's not, who should you believe? Again, it's a gray area, especially when we're talking politics. But if 90% of reviews of this pen say that it's a great pen, and only 10% reviews say it's shit, who should we believe? Should we believe the 90% tile or the 10% tile? That's a little bit where I come from this when people say this, that everyone but me got it wrong. Little bit egotistical, a little bit narcissistic, that I know exactly what Valve meant with this fucking device.
This thing, this insane Frankenstein's monster of a beautiful cacophony of...
It's too big. It's too fucking... Look, it's almost the size of his fucking head. It's too... like, I don't know what... Like, here's the thing. When I'm thinking portable device, I'm not thinking about device I can fucking use in a mocking, okay? I'm not thinking device I can use to pry up a door. I'm not thinking about a device I could slam my testicles on and carrying them around like a fucking trolley or something like that. It's too fucking big. In my opinion, it's too big. As a viewer, you should be really, really skeptical when people are this fucking hyped for a device they've only used for 48 hours. You should be really, really, really worried.
Of just it's just hard to describe. This is not a Nintendo Switch killer.
No.
It's not.
No.
It's not. This is not a console killer.
No.
This is not an Epic Game Store killer. This is not an Nvidia or Intel killer.
Nope.
What this thing is, this is a Windows killer.
Nope. Nope. The Steam Deck is not going to take away any fucking Windows users from Windows gaming. It's not. I'm sorry. It will be a companion for Windows users. It's not like I used to be a hardcore Windows gamer. I actually am. But, imagine this is a user. Fuck Windows. Fuck fucking Windows gaming. I'm using the Steam Deck. Come on, Linux. No, nobody's. When I say nobody, there will be one or two or maybe more people out there doing it. But in general, this is not going to be the case. The Steam Deck is not going to kill anything off. The Steam Deck is meant for, the real reason why they made it, mobile gaming or handheld gaming devices is the most explosive market within gaming at the moment. Valve don't have a foot in the door. They cannot make money right now on handheld gaming devices. What do you think the Steam Deck is? It's their way to get into the most explosive market at the moment and earn more money. That's why they made the Steam Deck. Up till now, Valve have not had a client or a device in that market that they can earn money from. They was not on Nintendo Switch. They didn't have like a Windows gaming handheld device they could earn money on. There is mobile phones, tablets, and Nintendo Switch or other Android devices. That's what was in the market up to the Steam Deck. Valve didn't have a foot in that market, so they made the Steam Deck. It's not meant to outcompete Windows. It's meant to be a supplement to Windows.
Valve is trying to kill the dependency with games and Windows.
No. They may wish it. Like, I'm sure that Valve wish that they didn't have to rely on Windows, but they're not trying to kill off Windows. People have been saying this the last 10-ish years. No, yes, they may be fucking angry that Windows is taking away a little bit of money from Valve. Valve is in the money business. They don't care about anything but money. They don't care about Linux. They don't care about anything but money. And Valve is making more money than God on Windows. If they can keep making more money than God on Windows, do you really think that they want to kick Windows out in the favor of Linux? No. They are making more money than you can dream of already on Windows. Why the fuck will you try to fucking outdate your fucking pay pick without having another pay pick willing to fucking poop gold nuggets into your fucking garden? No, they are not. They may wish that Windows was not the primary platform. They may like Linux better. If that was the goal, then they want all Windows gamers to go on to Linux or their handheld device. That is never going to happen. That's why the Steam Deck is a companion to all of the Valve's other projects out there. The same with the previous versions that ran Linux of the Steam OS and the Steam console and stuff like that was meant as a companion to Windows and stuff like that because they are making their money on Windows. They're just trying to make money in marketplaces they don't have a foot in. It's all what it's about, man.
And that's where I think so many reviewers are getting this wrong. I mean, just look at Linus's review when it first came out and how his approach was to the Steam Deck.
So today, I'm going to be focusing on the out-of-box console experience.
But Alex, I hear you cry, this is a portable device, just like the Switch. Why wouldn't you just compare it to the most simple thing it's compared to? Well, that's because it's nothing like a Switch.
That's not a point. It's like saying, oh, the first iPhone. Why do you compare it with a phone? It's nothing like the previous phones that we had. It's a phone that you can touch and dingleberry things on. Still a fucking phone. No matter if it's not like anything else in the handheld gaming market right now, it's still a portable gaming device. which hardware is closer to a PlayStation and Xbox than a PC, by the way. It's what the Steam Deck is, if I'm really going to be angry right now, is basically a PlayStation, Xbox hardware in a handheld device. It's not a computer or PC morphed into a handheld device. No, it's your PlayStation chipsets and whatnot, your Xbox chipsets and whatnot, done by AMD, morphed into a portable device.
It's nothing like a console.
Hardware-wise, it is. Read the specs. What CPU is being used? The same fucking CPU that's being used in consoles right now. So it kinda is.
The Valve Steam Deck is a portable Linux PC in the palm of your hand.
No, it's run Linux. So do the Ubi, or there are so many fucking Android and Linux-based games. Well, fuck it. PlayStation runs FreeBSD. Why is it not being regarded as a FreeBSD gaming device? Where is all the fucking... Ooh, no. Have we mislabeled... Oh my god, we've mislabeled PlayStation for all these years. It's a FreeBSD console. I'm sorry, but he's off base here. No, it's not. Who cares what operating system? 99% of the people buying the Steam Deck don't give a flying pig in hell what operating system it's running. The only thing they care about, can I play the games while I'm on the crapper? Can I play the games while I'm in bed and the wife is watching Real Housewives of whatever fucking city they're in nowadays? You know, can I give my kids it while we're driving to the fucking store so they don't throw fucking candy in my face? That's what people care about.
Nothing more, nothing less. And I think that's really what people are not understanding.
No, he's not understanding.
About what this device is actually capable of. Now look, I want to be very clear. This is not a review of the Steam Deck.
Then you can't say that it's destroying PC gaming. Anyway.
This is my impressions after the first 48 hours.
Then you can't really form a really, really basic opinion about the device. You can't really form a good conclusion about the device. There are so many things you can't do after only 48 hours.
And what I think, and the impression that I'm getting, is that Valve is truly trying to do whatever they can to remove the shackles of either DirectX, Windows, across the board from video games and make it as open source as possible.
They may be making it as much open source as possible, but they're not trying to get away from Windows. Again, why would you try to get away from your golden fucking goose or your golden pig? Why would you try to get away from it? It makes no fucking sense. It makes no financial sense for them to do so. It would if Linux was the most dominant platform on the market. And again, they may not be happy with Windows and Microsoft. Do you really think a company would be like, yeah, we don't really like what this company is doing, but our whole existence is depending on this company. Let's try and move over to this little independent other company that only have 2% of the desktop market. It makes no fucking sense whatsoever. Why are they using Linux? Control. They have control over the software. That's the only reason why they do. In my opinion, they are using Linux because they now control the operating system. They can do with it whatever the fuck they want. They don't have to pay any loyalties or licenses fees or anything bullshit to Windows or anything like that. They can do whatever the fuck they want with the operating system. And I think that's why they chose Linux. Not because they want to champion Linux or they are open source fucking advocates and blah, blah, blah. No. Again, my opinion comes down to, well, we can base it on Linux and we don't have to pay Microsoft a dime. We don't have to deal with Microsoft. We don't have to think about, licenses fees to create for DirectX or whatever the fuck licenses they have all over the place with Windows. Like here's a good example. If you're developing a game for Xbox, you are paying Microsoft. This is how stupid the consoles world is. The same with Nintendo. You have to pay Microsoft to be able to develop games for Microsoft. You pay them a licenses fee for you to get the tools that you need to develop for the fucking console. So every time you buy a game, you are paying Microsoft a fucking fee. In your price for a game, there is a licenses price for that game to be able to be developed for Xbox. I think that is what they're trying not to do here. They're trying to take that license, those kind of licenses fees away by running Linux. And I'm sure that had BSD been bigger than it is today, they would probably have been using BSD.
Possible, which is insane, but also I think this is going to do it. So let's do a couple of things. Let me show you what the Steam Deck actually looks like in its game mode. We'll go into desktop mode. We'll talk about some of the pros that I really love, and of course, some of the cons, because unfortunately, there are some with this device, but they may not be what you think they are. Let's go. So this is why I love this device. This is a tinkerer's device.
And 99% of people don't want tinkers' devices. Alone there, he's contradicting what he's trying to say. If this is meant for Valve to kill off Windows, the Windows user base, most of those people don't want to tinker. So it goes against what the user base want out of a system. It should be as plug and play as Windows is. So they are already working against the user base that they're trying to move from Windows to Linux by saying, oh, it's a tinker's toy. Most people not tinkers.
If you're looking for a console experience, this may be a stopgap, but it's not going to be what you think it is, because yes, I did get Diablo 2 Resurrected to work on my Steam Deck, and I'm going to show you that it's actually there. And you're probably thinking to yourself, how are you doing this? What is actually going on? Well, I'm using the Steam Link app in order to stream the screen of the Steam Deck to my PC and then record this, so you don't have to see some really awkward sort of like weird angle and then like a glare on the Steam Deck. It's just...
While he's saying that, there's a glare from his ceiling fan right there on his mic. I'm picking this apart.
An easier way.
Okay, not here, but on the full screen, if you were watching around his shoulders and his head, his green screen effects and what he's doing with it was making it all flossy and like he was phasing in and out of reality around his shoulders and his head and stuff like that. So if we have to deal with that, why can't we then deal with like a weird angle on his Steam Deck? Makes no sense.
Way for me to do it, and I don't have the actual dock for a USB-C hub, which I'm going to get at some point in the future. But let's go ahead and show you guys what this thing actually does in a couple of different ways, because in my library, you can see a couple of things here. The Steam Deck has things that are called Great on Deck. So out of the 400 plus games, 100 of them are Great on Deck. Now, I do have some games hidden because of a filter, so that's not a big deal. So you're going to see games that are confirmed to work on the Steam Deck, right? You're gonna be like, oh, that's 100 games. That's really not bad. However, though, that's truly not the case. You see, because the thing is, just because a game is not listed as Great on Deck doesn't mean it can't actually run. You've got a couple of actual filters here, in fact. You've got things that are verified and playable. So they have the green dot, the green check, and the yellow exclamation point. Usually what that means is the exclamation point may mean that it has like a launcher you have to click OK with a mouse input, or the text may be a little bit too small. You might have to use a magnifier. Then there's verified, playable, and untested. Untested just means that we don't know if it's been tested or not. And then of course there's all games. And now there's even a setup to where the game may not even work. And pro tip, you can definitely make the game work even if it's not verified by Steam. And this is what I'm talking about. If you're looking for that...
Imagine you are enabling this and you're giving it to your kids, driving to the store. Dad, this game I want to play is not working, blah, 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 kicking you in the fucking back. You're giving it to your wife so she wants, so you stop fucking watching Dancing with the Stars and you can watch football. And she's like, oh, why is this fucking candy game not working correctly? I want it to work. This is fucking stupid. Nobody wants this. That's why most people will be playing this in the supported mode only, meaning that they will only be playing the 199 games that I think it was that he had. Will only be playing those because they know for a fact they will work. No hassle. People don't want to fucking try and fix games to be working on the portable crapping handheld crapper device, okay? This is meant for people that take a fucking phone with them to the crapper to sit and play Candy Crush while they are making candy out of their ass. Or that, are, like I said, give it to their kids while they're driving to the store, to the amusement park, or playing on it while their wife is, watching Dancing with the Stars or Real Housewife or fucking Mars or something like that. It's not meant, or people that want to tinker may be buying it, but it's not the market for them. This is not a device that are meant for tinkers. And that's why this is actually a really big problem for the Steam Deck, that they have this many games. Because in the beginning, every game is going to work. Some games are going to work. Then select few games is going to really work. That's a problem for people like him. If you're going to outcompete a gaming PC, every game you have in your library should be work. I don't want to if I'm not willing to tinker on my gaming PC to make games to work, I'm definitely not going to tinker on a fucking handheld device to make a game to work. That, if anything, I may be a little bit more inclined to tinker on my gaming computer than I am on my handheld device. Because when I'm picking up my handheld device, I just want shit to work. When I'm picking up my phone, I just want shit to work. When I'm picking up my tablet, I just want shit to work. When I was picking up my Game Boy in the 90s, I just wanted things to work. I didn't want to sit and fucking get this fucking cartridge to work and go in and changing fucking launch parameters and shit like that to make Donkey Kong work under my Game Boy.
Console experience kind of a thing, and all you do is say, oh, great on deck, that's all I'm gonna play.
That's how 99% of people are going to use the Steam Deck.
That's a really horrible way of looking at the
No. No. It's not a horrible way of looking at it. It's like saying, oh, if you're not willing to tinker to get Linux to work, this is a horrible way of looking at a gaming PC. No. People, when it comes to gaming, there's one thing that is alpha fucking mega. Convenience. Plug and play. Gamers don't want to become system administrators. Gamers don't want to tinker to get their games to work. Go on to any fucking game forums where you have to use a third-party patch, custom fucking game launchers under Steam to make them work under Windows, and see how many people are fucking angry and yelling and screaming off their fucking lungs about that. People don't want to deal with that when they want to game. Why do people game? To disconnect from fucking reality. They game to chillax. They game to relax. They don't say, oh, I want to game, let me become a system administrator for 10 minutes. No, they're like, I need to game. I'm fucking stressed out of my fucking ass. I want to sit down with my fucking balls hanging out free and I will play some Candy Crush. They don't want to deal with all of this fucking crazy shit before they start to game. It's a way that a lot of technical... Let me put it another way. It's a way that people that love to tinker look at things. So because they love to tinker, they automatically think that the rest of the world are like them. I call it a nerd trap. A lot of nerds, they think that everyone should be like them or are like them because they are like that. The sad reality is that if you're a nerd, if you're a geek, if you're really, really into tinkering with computer and programming and stuff like that, you may be 1% of fucking society at best, okay? Meaning that what you find interesting and what you like to do may only be talking to 1% of the rest of society. The 99% of society is like, I don't want to deal with that fucking shit. I just want it to work.
Device of what this thing actually does. So I'll show you an example. Here we've got Legend of Mana. It is not supported at all on Steam Deck for whatever reason, even though Final Fantasy VII is, and even though Elden Ring is great on the deck, right? A lot of that stuff doesn't make a lot of sense.
They don't.
But I actually got Legend of Mana to actually run. And the way I did that was very simple. I'm playing Diablo 2 in the background. That's how I'm doing it. So I can force a specific compatibility tool for Steam and Proton.
And people don't want to do this. Is it simple? Yeah. Is it intuitive? Somewhat. Do people really want to sit and do this? No. They just want install, click, play, and close the shit off.
So you can download different compatibility tools.
Yeah, but they need to understand that. They need to go out and find Glorious, Egos, Proton. They need to know that it's already... They need to know that they are pre-release, experimental, and all that fucking shit. And there's different versions of Proton. They now need to understand Proton and become Proton experts to play fucking games. Come on, dude. How's this going to kill off Windows gaming? Where you just click install, play, have a great ass fucking time, close the shit down, and go do your fucking normal day fucking grind.
On the desktop mode, force it to run in this specific instance and have the game actually viable and play the game even if it's not supported on the Steam Deck.
I will say that it's amazing you can do it, and for people like him and like me, we will probably be doing it, but we are not the rest of the fucking computer market, okay? We are not the majority of gamers and computer users. We are the minority. We cannot expect everyone else to be living the way that we are doing and be interested in things that we are interested in. This is a really, really bad way of looking at things. And I get why he thinks this is going to kill off PC gaming.
Or through Valve. It does so many amazing things
and
different ways of actually going through and just saying, hey, check this out. And yes, I'm playing 2 different games at once, and I'm literally playing an unsupported game on the Steam Deck. Now, of course, there's going to be some issues because clearly you can already tell that maybe the resolution may not be right. And that's something you might have to work on.
Why should I work on that fucking shit? I should... This is a problem. This is already a problem. It's not good enough. I think that's the most clear that I can say it. It's not good enough for most people. It's just not good enough. And if it's not good enough for most people, how is it going to be destroying PC gaming?
There are some kinks here and there, but I mean...
What are your kinks? Are you into feet? Are you into bondage? Are you into a little bit butt play? What are your kinks?
I mean, look, I'm literally playing an unsupported game.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. That's cool, but I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't give a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck if it's not easy to do. Nobody gives a fuck if they can't just download it and click play.
On the Steam Deck, and it's not supported because I was able to get the right actual extension, I guess you could say. I'm not really a Linux user, so I can't even say that. To get this
compatibility layer, I think, will be the best way of describing
this thing to run. And so to sit here and say like, oh, this is a console, it's totally incorrect.
The hardware is closer to a console than a PC, so technically it is correct, if hardware-wise. Operating system-wise operating system-wise is closer to a PC. Interface-wise, the thing that we are looking at right now is closer to a console. So there's 2 things that's closer to a console, only 1 thing that's closer to a PC.
So yeah, right there off the bat, just because it's not supported doesn't mean you won't be able to play it.
No, but again, if you have to fucking, twist your balls and put them in a vise and put on a fucking tinfoil hat and, put your ass hair into a fucking operation to play it, nobody wants to do it. They want to, let's see which games is supported. Let's play those games and the rest can fuck off.
Which really opens up an entire whole other world of games that you never thought you'd play portably.
True.
Or even that you don't have to follow Steam's guidelines for.
True.
But see, this is just the shell. This is the game mode of the Steam Deck. Let's look at the desktop mode, shall we?
Oh, he's getting a nerd bone on right now.
So here we are on Steam's desktop mode. And
which, in my humble opinion, nobody's going to use this. People that are going to use the desktop mode are people like me and you. Nerds, geeks, tech people. I was about to call it tech idiots. People that are really, really highly into the tech world. We are the ones that are going to... Your grandmother, your kids, on the backseat of your car, your wife, your sisters, your co-workers. Maybe 0.5% of those are going to use the desktop mode. This is amazing. It's fun to play with. It's a great toy. It's a great capability of the Steam Deck, and I do like it. But it's not for most people. Again, it's a really specific tool for a really specific use case for a really specific group of people, and it's not going to take destroy PC gaming at all, because that's not what it's built for. It's not built to destroy PC gaming. It's for Valve to have a foot into the mobile gaming market, so they can get dollar bills, you all.
I had to do a little bit of a finagling to get this to work on that end, but don't worry about it. We'll take a look at it here. So this is what you're going to see when you're in desktop, right? And you've got a Dolphin File Explorer Manager, which is really what you see in Explorer. And you can just go through all the things here that you have as well. Now, I think the biggest hiccup that people are going to be experiencing is when they're trying to go ahead and get to this area of the Steam Deck. I think many people will in fact stay with just the game mode. But here, this part, this is where things become so much fun.
I agree. I want the Steam Deck actually just to play around in desktop mode. I will not be using it as my gaming, whatever the fuck you will call it, console or not. I will not be using it as my alternative to Windows, but I think it would be fun to see how, Steam's Arch Linux distribution or Steam OS based on Arch Linux is working in conjunction with the Steam hardware and mess around with it. Could be it's massively interesting, massively fun, but only for fucking degenerates like you and me that think that compiling the Linux kernel is fun, or learning C++ or C# or Python is fun. For everyone else in the world, we have lost them already. They are already at the ice cream truck or going to a club with some fucking hot girls and getting fucking, that hunky-punky going on in the bedroom with boys, girls, depending on what the fuck you are into, while we are sitting here talking about how amazing this thing is.
And for me, it's where a lot of stuff has really kicked into gear. So we have things called flat stacks. I think they're called flat stacks. Basically, they are programs and apps you can then download from a store, which is basically all free because it's all open source.
Open source don't automatically mean free, but a lot of open source programs are free. I should make a video about why that is.
And you can just add anything you want. So here's what I've installed so far. Now, Lutris helps you play games that are from, let's say, like Let Need Wine or things like that. And you've got that here. I've got Citra emulator for 3DS. I've got a disk analyzer. I've got Dolphin.
All of this is cool, but here's the thing. Most people that own Steam Deck is not going to bother with this fucking shit.
I've got DOSBox, DuckStation, Flat Seal, which is for flat packs. That's the flat packs, not flat stacks. I got it wrong. It's flat packs. I'm new to Linux, okay? Please, you guys got to give me a break.
Nope, no breaks.
You've got Mupen 64, MGBA, OBS, Open Morrowind if you want to use that. You've got all of these things here. You've got PCSX2. You have the...
Again, this is amazing. Don't get me wrong. This is amazing. But for the same reason, the Linux desktop is only at 2%, around 2% market share. It's the same reason that only 2% of the users of the Steam Deck is going to use this. The same reasons why Linux is not more popular on the desktop is the same reasons why people are not going to use the Steam Deck as a desktop replacement or desktop gaming station.
PSP emulator, and this I think is probably the most important thing. It's called Proton Up QT. This is what you're going to be using to actually run those games on Steam in the Steam Deck that aren't supported. And this is really the biggest thing you should download first and foremost, honestly, because then you can...
Yeah, but again, most people don't... 98% of people are not willing to do this. They don't want to do this. They don't like to do this. It's not what they are wanting a gaming device to be.
You can force everything else that you need. There's a PS3 emulator, the SNES emulator, and even
come on, get on with the video.
Switch emulator. But I mean, this is just the tip of the iceberg. And really, there's just so much more that this device can actually do.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Is this a PPA or PDA? Is it a portable? Is it a laptop? Is it a computer? Why do people buy the Steam Deck? Because they want a handheld gaming device. They don't buy the Steam Deck to get a portable miniature laptop. They don't a more portable laptop. They don't buy to get a more portable console. They don't buy to get a more portable desktop computer. They buy it to get a portable gaming device. So that means that most people are going to not use this fucking feature. They don't care about this feature. They may, if they are a little bit technically inclined, go and do what he's doing here, set up this Proton download or download close Eggrows and other Proton versions so they can play unsupported games, but that will probably only be 5 or 6% of the whole user base. Most people that are getting this fucking device are not going to care or do anything about this. It's not what it's marketed as a gaming device, not as a desktop replacement, not as a more portable fucking laptop. So the users that are going to buy it are not in the market for these features here. They just happens to be available, which is fucking amazing. They are buying it to be a companion to the Steam library. They're buying it to be a portable way of playing the Steam library while they're on the way to work. Give it to their kids, give it to their wife, taking a crap on the crapper. So when they don't have access to their PC, that's when people are buying the Steam Deck. They don't have access to their PC, they want to play the Steam library. They don't want to sit with a fucking chunky laptop, so they're buying the Steam Deck. To play games. Not to do all of this fucking shit. They are buying it to play games as a companion to Windows desktop.
Because it is in fact not a console, it's a computer in your hands. And I think that's
so every device is a computing device. A computer is a computing device. My webcam is a computing device. It has a processor, it has RAMs in it. He's talking about it being a desktop, a usable computer desktop, and a laptop and PC desktop that you have on your desk and stuff like that. But like a previous statement, that's not what it's sold as. It's not sold as this. It's sold as a gaming device. It's more sold like a portable console than it's sold as a laptop replacement, Windows replacements, or alternative. Again, it's neat that you can do it, but this is not what it's built for. This is not the main target group of the device.
On to work, have games run on it, download games from GOG or older games, and there are things that I haven't really learned yet. And really, the most important thing is that this is something that you just want to mess with.
No, nobody wants to mess with it. When I see a computer, I want to fucking put my fat ass hands into it and mess around with it. When I see an operating system, I don't care if it's Tyco, FreeBSD, Mac OS, or outdated old computer fucking operating systems from the 80s or 90s, I want to mess with them. But I am not like most computer users. He is not like most computer users. He is the anomaly. He is the outlier. He is not the rule. He is the exception. There's always an exception to the rules, by the way. The way he lives, the way he conducts his life, his interest with technology is, like I said, 1% of the computer market. It's 1% of the tech world. Or tech users, sorry. It's a trap a lot of nerds goes into. We cannot assume that we are the way that most people think, because if that was the case, they would be using what we are using, and they would be doing what we are doing, and they will not be asking the questions that they're asking us when they try to get help. Okay?
It really, this is gonna sound really bad. I know it's gonna be like the worst thing to say, but a lot of my time wasn't spent playing games. Although I did play a lot of games on this thing in the last 48 hours. A lot of my time was actually learning Linux and learning the file system, the file structure, how this OS operates.
Amazing that got him into it. I fucking love that, okay? But he's not the target group for this device then. He is not the group of people this device is marketed for. He is not it.
And honestly, I'm really loving it. So I've talked about a lot of the good that this PC.
Oh, the thing I'm talking about, if you look around his shoulders and stuff like this here, I'm looking at it in full screen right now, I'm kind of close to the screen. It's actually really fucking distracting to looking at it looked like he's phased in from another reality into our reality and trying to phase out again.
He basically has, and what the Steam Deck can actually offer. Let's go into some of the
and we have the ceiling fan here also.
Cons though, because there are some. Now, there is going to be a lot of jank, and I mean that in honestly the best way possible. Because the thing is, if it wasn't for that jank being available to you, then you couldn't do all the things that I just mentioned, like installing.
And people don't give a fuck about jank, and they don't care about that you can mess with. Like I said, he is not the target audience for this device. It's for people, I say it again, I have to take a shit, I want to play a game, and they take the Steam win. Oh, the kids are going to be fucking irritating on the way to this amusement park. Give them the Steam Deck. Their wife is watching fucking, I don't know, my 9-day fiance or something like that. Let me play a game on my mobile phone or the Steam Deck. Those are the people this is targeted at. People that want to have access to the gaming library on their PC that can't get access to their PC. Like, their wife will probably be angry if you're having a chunky fucking noisy laptop on your lap while she's watching 90-day fiance or what the fuck it's called. She will probably not be that angry if you're having a little bit of a chunky fucking tablet in your hand.
Like Battle.net or doing emulators and all that other kind of fun stuff. So there's going to be some rough spots around the edges. If you're going to
there should not be. Here's the thing. No, maybe it's my perfectionist brain or something like that. It should not be okay to not strive for perfect. If your software, if just one user have a problem with it, you should be listening to it. It should be as smooth and as problem-free as possible for the end user. You should you should never be okay with, it's crashing once in a while, or it's not that usable for some people. Maybe the text is a little bit jangled up. That should never be okay if you're a developer, or if you're producing any fucking sort of consumer device or usable device. You should always strive, and your goal should always be to give the end user the best fucking experience as possible, in no matter what target group you are targeting. This is not a good excuse.
Sit there and not really explore more of what this device has to offer, then you're not really going to get the full use out of it, and you're going to think that it's almost like a waste of money. So besides the jank, I really do feel like Linux may be a hurdle for some other people. Now, it's not really a hurdle for me because I'm picking it up rather quickly, but we have to take a look at this from a broader perspective. Linux has done a lot of great things, leaps and bounds, for its acceptance, and I love it for that. And what Steam has done with Proton is even better. However, though, there are going to be a subset of people that don't want to have that sort of experience of how do I this and Google all the time or learning something new. And
those people are the target audience for this device. Not you, but them, the people you're talking about right now is the target audience for this device.
Really why I think a lot of reviewers truly don't understand this device, or they review it in a really odd way.
No. Watching this, I have not watched any fucking other review or read any review about the Steam Deck because I don't really care about it. I'm not a portable gaming guy. I don't care about gaming devices. I have like one game on my fucking mobile phone and I haven't opened it in over a year. I don't game on portable devices, so I don't care about the Steam Deck. So from watching his right here, and already for where I am right now, I think he has missed the point. He's the one missing the point. Because he thinks that he is the target audience for this device, or he's the or that everyone else in the world is thinking the way that he's thinking and doing this and like the things that he's liking. No. If it's a portable gaming device, it means it's targeted for gamers. It's targeted for people that want it's targeted for people that want a portable gaming experience. They don't want to sit and tinker. This is for again, Steam made this, or Valve made this device so they can get the Steam platform into an untapped market for them that's called gaming or portable gaming devices. I don't think Epic is in that either. Nintendo is in it, PlayStation is in it, Xbox is in it. They all sell games for people that are on portable gaming device. Valve have lost out or been missing out on probably billions of dollars by not being in that market.
Or they say it's not a good console because it's not a console.
It is.
It's a PC with
No.
an operating system. The whole point is to learn Linux. The whole
No. This fucking angers me more than anything now. The whole point of this device is to get Steam into an explosive market with a shit ton of users so they can earn a shit ton of money. They just happen to use Linux for that, for reasons I stated earlier. The point of the Steam Deck is not to make people use Linux, it's to get people to play the Steam library in a portable way and get Valve to sell games to people that are into portable gaming. That's what it was built for. It's not built to make people learn Linux, understand Linux. It's not. It's no. Go lift some fucking heavy weights, man.
Is to break it, mess with it,
No,
do whatever you want to it. Learn another operating system that doesn't have to be Windows. That can hopefully one day free us from this shackle that Microsoft has put on.
Stop. No, it's not. Please, with all due respect, that's not why it's built. Okay, that's not the purpose of the Steam Deck. Previous statement: Valve needed to get a foot into the explosive market of portable gaming, and to allow people to play Steam games, basically keep people in the Valve ecosystem on mobile devices. That's why it was built. That's the purpose of it. Everything else is just a bonus. I don't know what fucking world he's living in.
The PC gaming. This has been a completely eye-opening experience for me.
Great. I love it. I fucking love it. I love it when people get eye-opening experiences. And I wish more people would be getting those experiences with the Steam Deck. The sad reality is that they won't. Really sad reality is that they won't. It's kind of a little bit like saying that the main purpose of a gym or people lifting weights is so they get their plot work done more often. It's kind of like saying that, oh, well, if you go to the gym, you get serious about your training and your diet, you probably are also going to check your plot, get your plot work checked once or twice a year to see if you're getting all your vitamins and all that fucking shit. Serious people about working out is going to do that. The rest of people are just going to the gym because they think that I can still eat a fucking pizza if I lift weights and not get fat. No, you can't. You will get bigger muscles and you will get more fat.
And even though it's been great for me, I don't know which people are actually willing to go through and learn another OS and learn about Linux and learn about flat packs and all these other things to use them in order to just tinker and mess with.
Well, only 2% of the market, apparently. That's how big Linux is.
With and test and deploy and do all this cool stuff that you can do.
It is cool, but that's not what they're not going to do it, my friend. I'm fucking sorry, they're not going to do it.
That's why I can't recommend this device for a console gamer who's trying to get in a PC. I just can't.
No, because it's not meant to be a PC replacement. It's meant to be a PC gaming companion.
I can't recommend this device for someone who is somewhat into PC gaming, who has it as like a secondary or tertiary sort of device.
That's actually who it's built for. It's built for people that want, again, I'm repeating myself, that's actually who it's built for. It's built for people that want access to the Steam library on the go. If he can't recommend it to those people, Steam Deck is failing for that target audience.
This device, this Steam Deck, is truly designed for people who are hard into PC gaming. I know what I said. No.
Again, it's built for people that want access to the Steam library on the go.
But it's really for people who want to tinker and mess with.
No, that's not. That's what you can do it. Fine. That's what is required right now. Fine, but that's not the target audience.
Play with settings and just download things and test things and just do all that kind of stuff and really see what they can do with this device. Do I recommend this device to a lot of people? Absolutely. But if you're not someone who likes to tinker and test and do those kinds of things, you may be somewhat underwhelmed with this device. So
98% of the user base that this is targeted for is going to be underwhelmed by this device. He's basically saying. I will leave it out. I'll do my conclusion now because I've already recorded for over an hour now. So he's basically, I'm paraphrasing a shit ton here, but what he's saying is that this is meant for the Linux users out there, or the Linux type of people out there. That is 2% of the computing market on the desktop. That's not who it's targeted for. Let's look at the Steam Deck fucking webpage here, my friends. If this is targeted for tinkers, for people that are into alternative operating systems and shit like that, why is that not what they are marketed as? What are they marketing for the Steam Deck? Steam Deck is available, let's see here, news and updates. They're talking about we serve Steam Deck now in Japan. Update, Steam Deck Bucket, Steam Deck production update. We have made another video update, Steam OS update. Talking about the power here. This here is the same fucking thing that's in your fucking console right now. Here, your Steam library anywhere. This is who the people are. This is the people that's targeted for. People that want the Steam library everywhere. If it was not targeted for gamers but nerds like us, we would not give a fuck about the control with comfort of a fucking thumbstick. The Steam Deck is not targeted for tinkers. It's not targeted for people that want to use alternative operating systems and shit like that. It's targeted for people, where is it? That want the Steam library everywhere, aka people that can't have access to the Steam library or their computer while they are on the go, or don't want a chunky ass fucking laptop on their lap. That's who the Steam Deck is targeted for. I will honestly say right now, he is the one not understanding the Steam Deck. He is the one not understanding the target user group of the Steam Deck. He is the one getting it wrong. Again, I've not watched any other reviews, but from what he's saying right here, I can already say, alone from the marketing material from the Steam Deck, that he's so off base that I wonder if he had even fucking watched this fucking page. Because if I watch this page, I don't come to the conclusion that, oh, it's for tinkers, it's for Linux or open source nerds, it's meant to get you exposed to Linux. Nowhere here are they talking about Linux, maybe beside the Steam OS here. Let's actually see if they're talking about Linux in here. I'm just quickly reading through or scanning for the word Linux or Arch in here, and it's not even mentioned. So no, it's meant for gamers. What was it talking about? Higher refresh rate, frame rates, fan behavior, all of those things. Remote play together, all of those things are gaming related fucking shit, okay? No, it's not targeted for tinkers and to get exposed to Linux. They're not even talking about Linux within the fucking OS update of the fucking device that is Linux. Your Steam library, anywhere. Can't be more clear than that. I'm sorry to say it. He's the one missing the point. See you all later. Bye bye.